Hello. Subject matter is magic versus oh no, there's nothing magic. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Oh, you want to talk about ancient aliens? You want to talk about ancient aliens for a whole hour on the phone? Nah, not today. I'm kind of tired. Um, I got a friend who, um, to avoid a copyright ban, I'm gonna say it only once. He has cable TV. You got History Channel and A&E, and you got Giorgio, ancient alien guy, and I'm gonna believe everything that he says. The ancient alien shows on the documentaries on your cable TV. You believe everything that they say, everything. And oh, he actually tries to coincide the ancient alien theories with some kind of biblical shit. Like it actually coincides with the Bible. So I always tell him the same story about the book of Numbers that I went through Numbers 21, 22, and 23 in a video once to say how fucking absurd the Bible is and how it um, actually coincides with your dumb fuck shit about a Bible uh, coinciding with ancient alien stories. Now the book of Numbers. Ooh. Numbers. By the way, I got a few disclaimers first. That I'm gonna smoke tobacco cigarettes. I'll cuss. I'll say asshole, bitch, motherfucker, fuck you, and I'm gonna make fun of your religion. Also, that I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. One viewer. Hi. I got a live chat. You can say something. Say hi. That's all. No. So, whenever my buddy talks about the ancient alien stories, I go to Numbers 21. Still not there. Numbers 21, 4 through wherever I go. The Israelites left Mount Hor by the road that leads to the Gulf of Aqaba in order to go around the territory of Edom. But on the way, the people lost their patience and spoke against God and Moses. They complained, wah, wah, wah. Why didn't you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there is no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food. He gave you food from heaven. We can't stand this miserable food. He rained down bread from heaven. Let's go to bread from heaven in Exodus 16. Did I mention that I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of words of this book? I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil book. Now, Numbers 21:4. The Israelites left Mount Hor by the road that leads to the Gulf of Aqaba in order to go around the territory of Edom, but on the way, the people lost their patience and spoke against God and spoke against Moses. Yeah. What did they say? They complained, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there's no food or no water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food." He gave you free food from heaven. When he gave you free food from heaven, where did that come from? Exodus 16, 13 through 15. In the evening, a large flock of quails flew in, enough to cover the camp. Quails. Free bread from heaven. I'm raining down free bread from heaven. He did, didn't he? I covered the camp with quail. In the morning, there's dew all around the camp. The dew evaporated. There was something thin and flaky on the surface of the desert, and it was delicate as frost. When the Israelites saw it, they did not know what it was and asked each other, "What is it?" It's magical dew frost. It's actually food, right? Moses said to them, "This is the food the Lord God has given you to eat." Like magic. Magic is the subject matter. All of a sudden, all this fluffy marshmallow puff wheat falls from fucking heaven. It's like dew on the ground right now, and you're supposed to eat it if you want to live. Aliens! Aliens! Or it's fucking Bible magic. Bible magic, aliens. Bible magic, aliens. What is it? Yay. Numbers 21. Still flipping. 5 through 9. Damn. My eyesight can't. Let's just go with this. And spoke against God and Moses. They complained, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there's no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food." Then the Lord sent poisonous snakes among the people. The Lord sent poisonous snakes among the people. And many of the Israelites were bitten and died. The people came to Moses and said, "We sinned against you. We sinned against you. We sinned against the Lord. Now pray to the Lord that he takes these snakes away." So Moses prayed for the people. I pray that, please, would you Stop sending these fucking poisonous snakes to bite people in the neck and fucking die. Can you? Numbers 21 verse 5 is quite a fucking gem, because we're going to say, and you spoke against God and you spoke against Moses. They complained after they got free bread from heaven. They complained about it. Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there's no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food. Then the Lord sent poisonous snakes and bit people, and much of Israel died. 21:5, what a gem of numbers. But there's nothing magic about my God. There's nothing magic about my God. You know, ancient alien stories and the Bible coincide together. And isn't that some kind of weird ass alien shit? They can rain down poisonous, venomous snakes to bite people in the neck and fucking die. And 21:5 of numbers. How about that? Only one viewer and didn't say anything. Hi, what you doing? So, aliens did it. Or was it a god? Aliens versus a god. Magic is not okay, or magic really is okay. Or is worshiping images okay? Exodus 20 verse 4. The Old Testament doesn't count, Mo. The Old Testament doesn't count unless you're talking about my 10 commandments. Exodus 20 verse 4. Do not make for yourselves images of anything in heaven or on earth or in the waters under the earth. Do not make any graven images. Deuteronomy 4, 16 through 18. That you do not sin by making yourselves an idol in any form at all, whether man or woman, or animal or bird, reptile, fish, or do not be tempted to be worshipped and serve that which you see in the sky, the sun, the moon, or the stars. The Lord your God has given these to all the other peoples for them to worship. And he says, do not even worship the stars, the heavens, or any fucking thing, any fucking image. So we go to Numbers 21. Oops, we're not there. Numbers 21, verse 6. Numbers 21, verse 6. Then the Lord sent poisonous snakes among the people, and many of the Israelite people were bitten and died. Do not worship the snakes coming from the heavens. They're going to bite your fucking neck and you're going to fucking die. The people came to Moses and said, We sinned and we spoke against the Lord and against you. Now pray that the Lord take away these snakes away from us. These magical piercing the fucking neck to death snakes. Please pray that you take them away from us. Please, Moses, do it. Take away these raining down snakes that bite our fucking neck to fucking death away from us. So Moses prayed for the people. Then the Lord told Moses to make a metal snake. Didn't he say don't worship images? Exodus 24:5. Then the Lord told Moses to make a metal snake and put it on a pole. Said, anyone who is bitten, look upon it and it will be healed. Don't worship images, but hey, I want to make an image of the snake on a metal pole. The snake is fucking crucified on a pole. Sound familiar? You worship something nailed to a fucking pole. In Numbers 21, they worshipped a snake, a serpent that was nailed to a fucking pole. Aliens, magic. I guess it was aliens. Or was it biblical magic? Aliens versus biblical magic. How do you coincide and contort all that fucking shit? Yeah, 21. Eight. Then the Lord told Moses to make a metal snake and put it on a pole so that anyone who was bitten could look at it and be healed. So Moses made a bronze snake and put it on a pole. Didn't it say it was metal in the other verse? It's a bronze, but it's metal, the other verse. And put it on a pole. Anyone who had been bitten by a fucking snake would look upon the bronze snake nailed to a fucking pole, and he shall live. Judith 8. Judith 8. Judith 8. Damn. I don't remember what Judith says. Judith is after Nehemiah. After Tobit. Judith 8. 24. Judith 8. 24. No, my friends, we should set an example for our own people, not only their lives, but the fate of the temple of the altar that depend upon us. The Lord our God is putting us to the test, just as he tested our ancestors. And we should be thankful for that. Remember how he put Abraham and Isaac to the test. How he put what happened to Jacob while he was working as a shepherd for his uncle Laban in Mesopotamia. God is not testing our loyalty as severely as he did theirs. God is not sending this punishment on us as a revenge, but as a warning to us who worship him. Fucking magic. Or is it fucking biblical magic shit? Exodus 25. (18 through 20). Make 2 winged creatures of hammered gold. Hey, didn't he say something about not making images in Exodus 20, the 10 Commandments? Make 2 winged creatures of hammered gold. Don't make images, Exodus 20, verse 4, 5. 1 for each end of the lid. Make them so that they form one piece with the lid. The winged creatures are to face each other across the lid. Their outspread wings are to cover it. Put 2 stone tablets inside the box and put the lid on top of it. And I will meet you there. But in Exodus 20, verse 4, do not make yourselves images of anything in heaven or on earth, in the water, under the earth. But I'm instructing you how to make these images in Exodus 25, 18 through 20. Make 2 winged creatures of hammered gold. Hey, I told you not to make images in Exodus 20, verse 4. One viewer, no chat. Okay. Was it aliens? Make the interior of the sacred tent, the tent of the presence, of the 10 pieces of fine linen woven with blue, purple, and red wool, embroidered them with figures of winged creatures. But in Exodus 20, verse 4, it says, do not make yourselves any images of anything. The heaven and the earth, anything. Don't make any images. But I'm going to instruct you how to make some kind of images in Exodus 25 and Exodus 26. What is it? Is it aliens? Is it aliens? Aliens did this shit, didn't they? Numbers 21, 4 onward. The Israelites left Mount Hor by the road that leads to the Gulf of Aqaba in order to go around the territory of Edom. But on the way, the people lost their patience and spoke against God and Moses. They complained, why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there is no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food. Hey, but according to Exodus 16, 13 through 15, he gave you free food from heaven. Now you're complaining about it. What happens when you're complaining about it? I got this free food. is some kind of bland bread that was rained down from heaven. But he gave you something, and then you're complaining about it. And what happens when you complain about it? And we spoke against God and Moses, and they complained. Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in the desert where there's no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food. Then the Lord sent poisonous snakes among the people, and many of the Israelites fucking died. Wah. I'm sick of this bland, fucking boring ass bread that you gave us for free down from the heavens. And I'm going to complain about it. Well, I'm going to send fiery serpents and poisonous bites to the fucking neck till you fucking die. Hey, but God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, everlasting life. But I'm going to send poisonous snakes down to bite your fucking neck to death. Numbers 21 verse 5. Numbers 21 verse 7. The people came to Moses and said, we have sinned and spoke against the Lord, and we've spoken against you. Now pray to the Lord that you send the serpents away from us. So Moses prayed for the people, and the Lord told Moses to make a metal snake and put it on a pole, so that anyone who was bitten by a snake could look upon this metallic metal snake nailed on a fucking cross, and you can live. But I prohibit graven images in Exodus 20 verse 4. 2 Kings 18. 2 Kings 18. 2 Kings 18. 3 to 4. Following the example of the ancestor King David, he did what was pleasing to the Lord, and he destroyed the pagan places of worship. He broken the stone pillars and cut down the images of the goddess of Asherah. He also broke into pieces the bronze snake that Moses had made. And that bronze snake that Moses made must have been a mistake, because in 2 Kings 18 verse 4, he said, I destroyed that fucking brazen bronze fucking metallic crucified snake. I destroyed it. It's destroying the images because they're offensive to the God who said this was your redemption back in Numbers 21. That I got a redemption that you look upon this metallic bronze kind of fucking snake nailed to a fucking cross. If you look upon it, you will live. But then, hey, it's a fucking big mistake. And 2 Kings 18 verse 4, that I want you to knock that, and I want to fucking destroy that fucking brazen bronze metallic snake nailed to a fucking cross. I want to destroy it because it was not right. Hey, you were saved in Numbers 21, but 2 Kings 18, it said, I want to destroy that motherfucking thing. And according to Exodus 20 verse 4, you said you didn't want images. And in Numbers 21, he said, you can be saved by this image. And then 2 Kings 18, he says, I want to fucking destroy this image. Numbers 21. Where did we leave off? Verse 9. So Moses made a bronze snake and put it on a pole. Anyone who had been bitten would look at the bronze snake and he will be healed. Two Kings 18, verse 4. He destroyed the pagan places of worship and broke the stone pillars and cut down the images of the goddess of Asherah. He also broke into fucking pieces that brazen serpent that Moses made. So much for redemption. Fuck that fucking figure of a fucking brazen metallic serpent now to a fucking cross. Fuck that. I want it destroyed in 2 Kings 18. Numbers 21, it was your redemption. 2 Kings 18, I want to fucking destroy it. Do not even worship graven images. Deuteronomy 5, verse 8. Do not make for yourselves images of anything in heaven or on earth or in the water and under the earth. Do not bow down to any idol or worship it. For I am the Lord your God, and I tolerate no rivals, such as a brazen fucking metallic snake nailed to a fucking cross that you told them to worship to save your lives. And redemption back in Numbers 21. Next is 20 verse 4 already spoke against it. And now we got Deuteronomy 5:8 that's spoken against it. Deuteronomy 27 verse 15. God curse anyone who makes an idol of stone, wood, or metal, like your metal snake in Numbers 21. God curse on anyone who makes an idol. Curse you, Moses, for your metallic snake in Numbers 21. God curse on anyone who makes an idol of stone, wood, or metal, your metal snake, and secretly worships it. The Lord hates idolatry. That means you're fucking Jesus too. That means you're fucking Jesus too. Psalm 49 verse 7. We can never redeem ourselves. We cannot pay God the price for our lives. That means that Jesus didn't do anything. You cannot pay the price for your lives. We cannot redeem ourselves. Praying to a Jesus is useless then. We cannot pay God for the price of our lives. That means Jesus didn't do anything. Okay. Proverbs 17. 15. Condemning the innocent or letting the wicked go free, both are hateful to your God. I'm doing this for the innocent, and I'm also doing this for the guilty. What does he say? Condemning the innocent or letting the wicked go free, both are an abomination unto your Lord. So then eliminates you Jesus cross image that you fucking worship too. That may be some unfamiliar talk because I'm actually using the NAB. It's the Catholic Good News Translation. Seems to be a bit different than the King James, but it kind of coincides and correlates. All right. Now I prohibit graven images. Deuteronomy 27, verse 15. God's cursed on anyone who makes an idol of stone, wood, or metal and secretly worships it. The Lord hates idolatry. Psalm 49, verse 7. We can never redeem ourselves. We cannot pay God the price for our lives. Proverbs 17, verse 15. Oops. Condemning the innocent and letting the wicked go free, both are hateful to your God. I'm gonna do this for the guilty and the innocent, and both are hateful to the God. Aliens. Exodus 16, 13 through 15. Aliens. In the evening, a large flock of quails flew in, enough to cover the camp. And in the morning, there was dew all around the camp. When the dew evaporated, there was something thin and flaky on the surface of the desert. It was as delicate as frost. When the Israelites saw it, they did not know what it was, and they asked each other, "What is it?" Moses said, "It is food that the Lord has given you to eat, free bread from heaven, joy." How about Numbers 11, verse 1? Through 3. The people began to complain to the Lord about their troubles. When the Lord heard them, he became angry and set fire on the people. It burned among them and destroyed everyone in the camp. The people cried out to Moses for help. He prayed to the Lord, and the fire died down. So the place was called Taberah, because the fire of the Lord burned among them. Somewhere in there it says 250 people died, I guess. If you read the whole complete chapter. I'm not reading the complete chapter because it's already a long video. Okay. Now Numbers 11, 18 through 19. Now tell the people, purify yourselves, for tomorrow you will have meat to eat. The Lord has heard you whining and saying that you wished you had some meat, that you were better off in Egypt. Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will have to eat it. You will not eat it just for 1 or 2 days, or 5 or 10 days, or even 20 days. You will eat it for a whole month. Until it comes out of your ears. And you are so sick of it that it'll come out of your fucking nostrils. This will happen because you have rejected the Lord who is here among you. And while you have complained to him that you should never have left Egypt, Moses said to the Lord, here I am, leading 600,000 people, and you say that you will give them enough meat for a month. Could enough cattle and sheep be killed to satisfy them? Are all the fish that are in the sea enough for them? Is there a limit to my power? The Lord answered, you will soon see whether what I have said will happen or not. Numbers 11:33 through 34. While there was still plenty of meat for them to eat, the Lord became angry with the people and caused an epidemic to break among them. That place was named Kibroth or Tava, which means graves of the craven. There he buried the people who have craved meat. Now you craved meat? Now I'm gonna fucking kill you. Numbers 14, verse 2. They complained against Moses and Aaron and said, it would have been better to die in Egypt or even here in the wilderness. Why has the Lord taken us into that land? We will be killed in battle, and our wives and children be captured. Wouldn't it be better to go back to Egypt? Numbers 14:22 through 27. None of these people will live to enter the land. They have seen dazzling light to my presence and the miracles that are performed in Egypt and in the wilderness. But they have tried my patience over and over again, and they have refused to obey me. They will never enter the land which I promised their ancestors. None of those who have rejected my will ever enter it. But because my servant Caleb has a different attitude and has remained loyal to me, I will bring him to the land which he explored, and his descendants will possess the land in whose valleys the Amalekites and Canaanites now live. Turn back tomorrow and go into the wilderness, the direction of God of Akaba. That deals with another contradiction video that I did some other time. Let's skip over that because I'm tired and using a lot of time. So, aliens, Numbers 21, 4 through 9. But he says, don't make any graven images in Exodus 20, verse 4, and Deuteronomy 5, 8. But then he actually says to fucking destroy the images in 2 Kings 18, 3 to 4. See all the contradictions, the madness, the folly, the foolishness, the stupidness of all this. So why don't you dump your religion?